Qondile, good morning and welcome.
Morning, Simon. Morning to the viewers.
For those that don't know, give us a little bit of insight into why the 60s are a weekend festival and how it fits within the greater plan to position the Free State.
No, thanks, Sam. Look, we see ourselves fortunate to be associated with the 60s because it's one of the strongest brands. I think it's more than 10 years now. And obviously, it's second from Macufe because Macufe is the biggest. But as the city, we took a conscious decision that we are going to be associated with this brand, second from Macufe, because our view is that we are a service city. Now, arts and sports are very critical to us. That is why we decided that we are going to be sponsoring this. We are going to make sure that it grows also. And we look, it contributes in our GDP, it contributes into our tourism industry. And that is why we're saying, let's see how it goes. But we will then kickstart it on the 18th. Obviously, it's your pre-party in Cubana. On the 19th is the main event at the Rose Garden. And then on the following day, there'll be a car wash in Botshabelo. So we're saying second to Macufe, there's something that needs to be done. That is why we've decided that we'll be associated with this brand. Of course, there are a number of them. But look, arts, we're passionate about arts. The executive mayor obviously is passionate about issues related to arts. That is why even in terms of our facilities within the city of your park-offs, we have just renovated the civic theater. We got the best in the producers in the country with regard to arts. So that's why we want to say Mangaung is one brand that would want to grow and a force to be reckoned with, as compared to other cities in the country and around the world, of course.
Let's just bring our viewer in very quickly for those that don't know. What is the 60s brand? What is that 60s weekend?
Well, firstly, it's about artists. Obviously, you have though we were saying the 60s, but you can't expect that Sophie Mcina will be there and so forth. You have a young generation within the artistic world.
Yeah.
Your Zakes Bantwini, for example, he'll be part of the group. I think we have about 3 DJs from overseas. We have our own artist, because that's one thing that we've paired, because that's one thing that we've been talking about during Macufe, that what do we do with the local artists? Let them share with the stage, with the world best. So the 60s is not necessarily your costumes and what have you, but would want to have those elements of the 60s, during this time. And that is why we're saying part of the activities would be to make sure that there are those artists who are associated with your 60s and so forth.
Let's look at Macufe. I mean, what has Macufe done in terms of positioning the Free State, the Mangaung Metro, as a tourism destination, as you mentioned, for the arts? And where will this new festival fit into the ultimate plan of being a festival mecca?
Sam, our strategy is very clear, particularly when it comes to your entertainment and arts and sports. Firstly, you have Macufe. You have your Bloom Show that is also, coming for 8 days. You have the 60s that we are beginning to associate ourselves with. Macufe, you have patrons during that time. More than 100,000 people flooding into the city. And most of the time you'd find complaints of people not getting accommodation and so forth. We have other products that augments your accommodation space, like your homestay program, where because people don't want to be seen in all these big brands of hotels and so forth. They want to be in Hasichaba, they want to be in Mahungra. And so we're saying people must open their houses. We've trained a number of them as the city as part of empowerment, because also there's something that these activities must live in our people. So partly it also opens a small economy of your hospitality industry. So that is why we're saying there's a broad program in making sure that people get something out of all these activities. So it's not just a spring of money.
Yeah, just a weekend
being taken
party
to the people and so, yeah.
In 10 seconds, very quickly, people want to find out about the 60s weekend. Where can they go and the dates in 10 seconds?
On the 19th, it's the pre-party in Cuban. On the 20th, it's Rose Garden, which will take almost the whole night for revelers. And then on the 20th, it will be a car wash at Botshabelo they know the car wash is very popular in Botshabelo. So we're saying to people, go there. You'd find the same artists. You'd find them there in Botshabelo as you get into Botshabelo. So we're saying people must come into Mangaung. Mangaung is at the heart of it all.
Okay, we're going to leave it there. Sounds like an interesting weekend. You've got to be part of it. That was Mr. Qondile Khedama, the Mangaung Metro spokesperson, talking to us about the latest festival to join the established Macufe Festival in Bloemfontein. The Mangaung Metro is positioning itself as the province of choice as a festival mecca. Now,